Hello, folks. This is Rich Vernadeau with the Rich Vernadeau show, and I am weighing in on and commenting on the two different separate Ukrainian strikes, drone strike, an oil place, and another one was an air base apparently. So they've hit Russia with drone strikes in a couple of different places, and this, of course, is in retaliation of Russia having knocked out half of the Ukrainian power grid with missiles recently. So Velikovsky, the leader of Zelensky, the leader of the Ukrainians. There's a lot on my mind. Pardon me, folks. I have to agree with Stick, Six, and Hammer, though. This is the edge of World War III. This could easily lead to World War III. This is dangerous territory. Obviously, Zelensky and the Ukrainians have a right to defend their home ground. Russia had no business going in there and invading them to begin with. But I can see that this is going to escalate even more on both sides with even more casualties. I think the Russians sustained 40 casualties in the past couple of days. Some Russian soldiers were killed in one news report that I saw. This could get really bad. And when it does, of course, this has a ripple effect on the world economy, and it could easily turn into World War III. And of course, we're involved to one degree or another already, by arming and supplying the Ukrainians, which I do support that. I support the U.S. Strengthening of the Ukrainians. It'll be a shame if we do end up with boots on the ground over there in terms of actual combat, but I mean, obviously we have historically surprised if U.S. military does end up in the Ukraine. Of course, I think that's a long way off. I think this thing will continue to escalate. I think that if it goes nuclear, obviously the other nations of the world, China and various other countries, European nations, etc., will be very, very, very unhappy with the Russians if they do launch any kind of nuclear attack against the Ukraine. And I think that the sympathy and the sentiment from nations worldwide definitely supports the Ukraine. So that's where things are at right now, and it's going to be frightening, interesting times that we're living in. It's going to be interesting to see, how all of this plays out over the course of the coming days and weeks. I mean, my gosh, this has been going more than 6 months already, and it's not any better. The situation is just continuing to develop to the worst. So, again, this has been Rich Vernadeau with the Rich Vernadeau channel, and thank you very much.